Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. I'd like to speak on today the Israel-Hamas war. Just started a couple of days ago. Here we are in October 2023. Attacked Israel unprovoked on another one of Jewish holidays. Here we go again. Now this land, which is the what do we call it here? What do we call it here? This land was the Gaza Strip. Is the Gaza Strip a piece of land that Israel won way back in 1967, the 6-Day War? Israel captured all this landmass, all this area, all this geographic area. Now the Palestinians are a group of people that you look back 5,000 years in the Bible. There's Palestinians and Israelites, Palestinian and Jews, always going at it. Samson, Israelite, and what's the lady who deceived him? I don't even remember her name. But he was infatuated with her. She was a Palestinian. Gay man told his secret just to get some wealth and riches. So there's always been something going on with them, man, through the whole time. Whole time through history. You wonder, well, why is these things so? Why is these things so? Well, the Bible, not only the Bible which we Westerners read over here, and most of the world read, the most read Bible in the world, but also the Hebrew Bible says that this land was promised to the Jews by God Himself. God Himself promised it to you. So these Palestinians should have been gone. If the war was 1967, they should have been gone 1968. They should have been out of there. But right now, in that Palestine area, Gaza Strip, you got 4.923 million Palestinians living to this day. Now on the Israel side, right, which Israel should have the whole landmass, on the Israel side, 9.324 million Israels. Jewish folks, Israelites, children, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, occupy all that. Now, is it an easy solution? Well, there's been a lot of easy solutions in the Bible before. I mean, there's been enemies that God has told the Israelites to destroy every one of them. Destroy every one of them, and the cattle and the people and everything. Just destroy everything. Now, this land was promised to them. I mean, God never reneges on a promise. So if the land is not being occupied by Israelites and it's not owned by Israelites, and you're allowing Hamas to every blue moon when they get 1,500 missiles and figure out how to attack some people close to the border and close to where they live at. Here we go again. So Hamas has been defeated on numerous occasions. It takes a while. A lot of Israeli lives are lost, and of course more Palestinian lives are lost. So it leads me to think that, how big is the Hamas army? Is it a 1 million man army? I don't think so. It's 500,000 man army. Is it 250,000 man army? Is it 100,000 man army? Is it 50,000 man army? Is it 25,000 Hamas military? What are they doing? So if 25,000, we just say 25,000, because it's a poor country. I don't know, somebody's giving them weapons or whatever like that. It takes them a long time to amass these missiles and shoot them on Israelites. And I don't understand why they do it. The only reason I figure they do it is just, what are they? Are they of their father, the devil, and can't stand Israelites? Because Israelites are a true example of the seeds of Abraham. Israelites are a true example of people that were set aside that God Himself loves. So, okay, you're going to keep bombing them, killing them, and doing that thing. Well, you know what? They ought to march all those people, let them take their money, their investments. They have cattle or sheep or whatever they have, goats or whatever. Let them take all their clothes, all possessions. Let them go to one of those Arab countries that border Israel. Just march them out, Humanitarian, make sure they have plenty of water to drink, food, march them out in a straight line, cripple people, put them in some kind of thing that they can take care of. Somebody on oxygen, put something that helps them with that. Take them to some land outside of the Holy Land, which God promised the Israelites, and buy it. Buy it from one of the Arabs. Buy it from them. And give it to the Palestinians. Here, this is your land now. Take, just go out, here's your land. Because the 4.9.23 people can't seem to stop Hamas from doing anything. So if they can't stop Hamas from doing anything, I'm sure they can't stop the what? The Great Israel Defense Force. I'm sure they can't stop you guys. So while every 20, 30 years, whatever happens, they kill a bunch of innocent Israelis, and then then the military has to attack and kill probably thousands of Palestinians who probably had nothing to do with it at all. They probably keep missing the Hamas. Maybe Hamas is so clever, they're sending missiles up in areas where people live in, and people are so afraid to speak because maybe Hamas has made examples out of them. So here we go, the strong ruling the weak again, and it's always been like that. But I think these Israelites, man, my brothers, they don't look at me as their brother. Honestly, they don't. Because I believe in one of theirs. Even the Muslims believe Jesus Christ was a prophet. I believe Jesus Christ was the Son of the living God. So Jewish people, their Messiah hasn't come yet to them. But whether we say the Messiah not has come to them, if they don't believe the Messiah has come, well, they know that land was promised to them. Was that not promised to them by God himself? Jehovah himself? Yahweh himself? The God of the universe, the God that made everything you can see, look, everything you see, promised the land to you. So I guess you just got to go take it, like you did in 1967. Go take it and march all those folks out of there. March them out of there. Because you're doing it because God gave you the land. You're not doing it because you just feel like doing it. You're not doing it because you want. You're doing it because the Hamas keep attacking your people. They got it right there by the waterfront. You mean they can't build like nice beachfront, waterfront places, live a abundant life, fish and grow and do things? It seems like that's what they want to do. It's not they want to constantly attack Israel. You got people partying all over the world, Palestinians. They're so happy they're killing somebody, so happy they're killing Israelites. It's an ongoing thing. It seems like I don't think it's ever going to stop. How's it ever going to stop? Talking about 5,000 years of conflict with a certain ethnic group of people. Ethnic group. Now I'm sure some of the Palestinians, you got Palestinians mixed with Jews, you got everything like that going on because when David, slew Goliath, I hear tell Goliath was half Israelite, half Jewish. His mother was Jewish. So he was an arch enemy of the Israelites, didn't believe in God, didn't believe in nothing like that, man. And you see what happened to him. And then we have a point in time where Israel has a massive army, massive intelligence. The prime minister is one of the greatest prime ministers of history. This guy was involved in the 6-Day War. Come on, you don't get any better than that, do you? So he's right there, got all the power and strength, and you're gonna let these people keep attacking Israel like they're doing on land that you own that God was promised to you. So I don't know if the Palestinians are just weak and the monsters do anything they want to do with them. I don't know. I have no idea. But all I know is that the Holy Bible, and the Hebrew Bible says that God's strength is land promised to Israel. God gave that land to Israel. So, the only reason why you haven't occupied the land and have the Palestinians off the land because you've been disobedient to God. Because God gave it to you. So when Israelites are dying and getting killed, whether they, Christian Jews, Orthodox Jews, whatever second Jews they are, they're Jews. They're still the seeds of Abraham. They're still losing their lives. There's still being these rockets still hailing out of the sky, killing them. People, police, soldiers been abducted, people, homes been abducted, they're torturing, killing Israelites, don't want you over there. And you have the upper hand. You're the giant. You're not the little David that is depending on God to aim that rock and hit that big giant in his big fat head and kill him and then cut his head off. You're the powerful Israel Defense Force The same powerful force that's gotten stronger that defeated those three nations in 6 days. Defeated the Egyptians, Jordan, the kingdom of Jordan, and Syria in 6 days. All that. So I don't see why. Just get rid of this problem once and for all. Get all that land which God promised you. All that land which God promised you to take. Go ahead and take it. And just get rid of this thing once and for all. Send them out there with the people. The Arabs. There's a bunch of Arabs all around. Send them on, like I said, send them on to another part of the land. Buy the land. And see what the nation, they're going to say, don't let them in our land. Don't let them over here. It's got a lot of wide open land. Look at the Middle East. It's got tons and tons of acreage over there. I mean, tons and tons and tons of it. I have enough place for them to put 100,000 Palestinians, 100 million Palestinians, if you want to put that many over there. So again, I don't advocate killing Palestinians. I don't advocate drowning them, marching to the water and drowning them. I advocate give them all their possessions, give them all their goods, all their animals, all their possessions, everything of that nature, and just marching right out of Israel, someplace else. That Hamas can't hide no more. They can't hide in somebody's place and say, if you say something, we'll destroy your whole family. That's what part of Hamas probably does. We'll kill everybody in your family if you say something. You give us in, blah, 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 So you won't have that problem. You have a bunch of beautiful landmass over there that you can bulldoze everything over there and build everything fresh and new. Another place for the Israelites to lay beside the waterfront. Another place for tourists to come and visit. Another place where, where it should be their land anyway. You shouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing. Stretching out where Israelites can buy more land. And just live and enjoy themselves, Set up stations, police stations, and military stations where people are protected and kept. More oceanfront thing, you patrolling and taking care of, and always be on guard, because it seems like every time something happens, it's always coming on some type of Jewish holiday, isn't it? Always want to do it on some type of Jewish holiday. I just want to look at it and I say to myself, like, wow, God himself promised you the land. God himself gave you the land. I mean, God himself. I understand that God, without action, it takes action. I guess it's just not going, he's not just going to lift all the Palestinians up, rise out of the air and just transform them, send them, to another place. It seems like you got to have your hands in it. You got to be involved in the blessing as well. You get it done, but the blessing is going to be done. Nobody can stop you. Once you put your mind to it, you want to eliminate or move all that nearly 5 million people out of the Gaza Strip, out of the land of Israel, out of the land that God promised to you. And it just takes it takes the effort to go about it and do it. Then you don't be concerned about Hamas anymore. And whatever Hamas try to do someplace else with it, when it'll be in his own land somewhere on the Arab side with his Arab neighbors and all them, and they decide to go and launch something on you again, then you just launch something over there that way. But you're not launching it in a holy land. You're not fighting for land you already got. You're not trying to get captives or people who taken for ransoms or whatever, in your own land. You occupy the whole thing. You got the whole thing, and that's be that, because they're never going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied. I think the devil is never satisfied. The devil is constantly, at the Jewish people, constantly want to see their demise, constantly just never stops. We know that God can be anywhere at the same time. The devil can't do that, but he can move around pretty quickly. And whether he's got the ear of these people, if they're like not of God, they're going to hear what the devil tells them. If they're of God, they're going to hear what God tells them. So, they'll be following the devil. Devil's real, God's real, Holy Spirit's real. All these things are real. So we're living in the physical, but even our physical bodies are just a covering for the spirit, for the soul. We all have eternal souls. In the olden times in the Bible, the Jewish people say they're going down to Sheol. Now they say they're going to hell. So we know people descend to heaven and they go to hell. We know that when Abraham died and he was up in heaven, and the poor Jewish guy was with him there, and he was poor all of his earthly days, but he lived to heaven. And the rich man wanted him to dip his hand in some water and put it in his mouth. Remember that? Still felt entitled, even though he was in hell. So it's all real. So you promise a land, you've given a land. It's time to take that land and stop beating around the bush. Stop playing heavy. Stop hearing people somebody say, "Oh no, let them live there. They occupied it for a long time." You give an example. Over here in America, right? Say if a big war came over here, and I own 40 homes, right? 40 homes, and somehow or another, I was not able to live in my 40 homes or have my 40 homes for a certain amount of time. And 10 years came by. It came in. Somebody was occupying my 40 homes. But I paid for my 40 homes now. Paid for them. And they didn't buy them from me. They didn't pay no tax. They didn't do nothing for them. This time of war. And I'm coming back and I'm taking all my 40 homes back. What are they going to say? You weren't here for 10 years at our home then. No, it don't work that way. They're my home. So I like to say that that's what I would do in that situation. I pray for the peace of Jerusalem every night. Hopefully they definitely achieve that peace and solve this problem that's been going on for over 5,000 years. Take care of it. So stay black in America. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time. Bye.